The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it. And he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Cook will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The Browns drive about to get started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Second down, here's Chubb again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a Caleb Evans. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Watson. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Chubb with a carry on first down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's second down. On 2nd and 9, Watson. He rifles one, it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Play action. Now it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find the answers, and they've got to find them quick.
To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Up the middle, it's Cook. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Quick slant to Crowder. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They run here with Singletary. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Browns drive about to get started. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless They can get something on the board here before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is taken in by Njoku. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Watson. Right back to Njoku. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be second down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. York able to send this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Allen. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So
Chubb fumbled it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start the second half of their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
At this point, this offense feels like they can just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. And now movement again, and they'll march even further backward.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Cook following the penalty. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This a 33-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The Browns drive about to get started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Yeah, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Drops it off for Chubb. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the 50, it's Watson. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Von Miller getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, down at the 31. To throw is Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kyler Fackrell charges in there hard and drops him for a loss of 12 from that outside linebacker position. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone. that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now it's Watson. Wide open, Amari Cooper.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the fourth down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Kobe Bryant makes the stop on that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Allen off the play fake. Rolling, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, and they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, they are in the 3rd now in New Orleans. And that lead there for the Rams has extended. They just scored again. The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Here's Watson.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Again, it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteed he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Watson.
Got an open man, it's Schwartz.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Teron Johnson able to pick it.
And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Now Allen off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there in that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I'd have a return punt. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Now Allen going to give it to Moss.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Zach Moss.
His first
And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 39, Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 40. A shotgun snap for Watson. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Watson gets this one to Cooper. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Watson. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to have it here just past the 25. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And they will take a knee here. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. And they take a knee. The Bills send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. On first down, Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Watson.
And this pass caught by Gray.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Faking the give. Now Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half the